Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Ed Pacheco here, and here we go. We're live. So doing a little bit of a social media experiment today, where we're actually going to be broadcasting on two formats. So I apologize in advance if my eye line of sight isn't necessarily with you or you at any given time, but we're using a different kind of setup today to try and diversify our messages. So thanks for everybody for joining in today. We've got a lot going on with this campaign in the past couple of weeks. Just to start off, we have some updates on some things. So as many of you know, and thank you for those of you that have pre-purchased your tickets to our campaign kickoff and coffee social on April 12th. We've sold about 60% of the tickets that we have available for the event because we are constrained by the number of people that we can have at this venue. So there is still time to get your tickets. If you haven't already ordered them, you can do so on our website, which is pachecoforthepeople.com. And in the memo line of the purchase, just type in tickets. We will hold the tickets for you at the door. When you get there, one of our friendly campaign volunteers will have them ready for you and already labeled. So that is always fantastic. Great news, actually, in regard to the campaign kickoff. We are going to be having, as you know, we're going to have coffee and hot chocolate and tea and other beverages available, and a bountiful amount of sweets. Well, we spoke today, and some of the sweets that we're going to be having are going to be coming in from no other than Grandma's Donuts up in the north end of New Bedford, formerly known as Ma's Donuts. Some of the best donuts around are, we had some other plans for some other things that unfortunately, because of circumstances beyond our control and the provider's control, they are not able to do so. So we will still have Ma's Donuts, and we'll be adding some other treats from some other local vendors as well. So please bring your sweet tooth to the campaign kickoff. It's going to be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a great midday kind of break for a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, some conversation, and some fun. And we're looking forward to having you all there. There are some folks out in the community that are also selling tickets as well for this. So there are plenty of places and opportunities, and it's super inexpensive, folks. Even though this is a fundraiser for the campaign, we didn't want to do something that was going to break the bank, particularly knowing that we're all dealing with one thing or another, be it gas bills, electric bills, grocery bills, tuition bills. So this fundraiser is only a $25 per ticket per person, minimum donation. If you're in a position where you want to give more or can give more, we will gladly accept it. But just to get through the door and to start us off with a little bit of campaign cash, we're asking for $25. So please join us if you can. As I say, we're sold about 60% of our capacity for this event. And we have, I believe it's 3 weeks from today, actually, before we can launch this campaign kickoff officially. So we've got that. And then, let's see, what else have we got going on? Website. We have made some considerable changes to our website. If you haven't looked at it in a while, you may want to go back on and check that out. So one of the first things that we've done is we've added some videos from segments of my speeches about things that I've been talking as we go through about policy, because I feel like instead of giving you just sound bites at this point, you deserve policy. You have an idea. You deserve an idea of what I stand on the issues that impact our district now, rather than, we'll elect somebody and then we'll find out what they're about. I'm going to tell you up front, if you ask me a question, where I stand on something. So as we go through this campaign in the next couple of months, which, by the way, we have a clock on our website now with a countdown till the election. I will continue to answer questions, and there'll be public appearances where I will answer questions. We will try to pull that video off of from the events and then share that with you all here on these formats, so that if for some reason you're not at the event and you want to see what I have to say about something, it's there, it's public record, and I stand by what I say 100% of the time. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me, but at least you will know where I stand on a topic every time. And, I'm a human being, and as information becomes available to me, there may be times where I do change my position because I have better information. But I will own that, and I will tell you that I own that. There's no hiding here. So, the website, again, pachecoforthepeople.com. Some great updates with some videos. We have also added, if you are big on YouTube, we've added a YouTube channel that you can check out with a lot of our videos as well. And we just launched that at 1 o'clock today. You can find that on YouTube at Ed Pacheco for State Rep, or at Ed Pacheco for State Rep 9th Bristol. There's a couple of videos uploaded already there, very similar to what we have on the website. So feel free to check those out. And let's see, what else we got? All these great notes. We have town election coming up in the 9th Bristol for Dartmouth. April 7th, we've got a pretty busy schedule on there with, I believe it's 4 candidates for selectmen, all with really interesting perspectives on how they see the role of selectman or select person. If you have not done your research yet, I would definitely recommend taking a look at some of the resources out there on all of the candidates. There's some good information on Dartmouth Week's website. There's Dartmouth Television, or DTV, had some video snippets of each of the candidates. I believe they gave each of the candidates 3 minutes or 5 minutes to kind of present their case on why they're the best candidate for the town. And as always, reach out to the candidates themselves. I think they all pretty much have websites. I've met 3 of the 4 of them personally, and they're all really great in each of their own aspects. So figure out who's best for your position on where you stand, where town leadership goes, and get to the polls on April 7th. Your vote does count. Excuse me. Your vote absolutely does count. Town elections, state elections, primary elections. I have friends that say, I never vote in the primary. It doesn't really matter. That's exactly where it matters. It matters just as much as the general election. So our primary election for the state and for midterms is September 1st. So make sure you put that on your calendars, because we'll be talking about that a lot more as we go through the campaign calendar. I've had a super busy week this week, meeting with potential constituents. We've had conversations with residents and union leaders and small business owners and all of the wonderful people that make up our district. And not just Dartmouth residents. We've had some great conversations with individuals up in Ward 1, Precinct D, E, and F, and the reception has been very positive. We've got some real challenges facing us, not only as a district, but also as a state in the next couple of years. And we're going to need to do some critical thinking about a lot of the decisions that we have to make. So, nomination papers. So this is really, for any candidate, probably the least fun part of the process is having to collect the signatures. And we're fortunate on the state level. Running for state representative, we only need 150 certified signatures. Typically you aim for more just in case there are bad signatures on the sheets. You get folks that think they're eligible to sign your sheets as a member of your party or an independent, and they're actually registered as another party. That makes them ineligible. And then you tell them, hey, by the way, town clerk says that you're registered as a XYZ, and they thought they were ABC. And sometimes that's a voting error on the town clerk's office or one of the poll takers. Sometimes it's just they forgot they registered. Not a big deal either way, but it's the goal for a state representative candidate to get certified in order to be able to be on the ballot is a minimum of 150 signatures. I believe that once we're done with our signature collection at the end of this week, we will have somewhere in the range of about 225 signatures, which gives us more than enough to secure our spot on the September ballot. And it's my hope that by the beginning of not this week coming, the next week, I will be delivering those after we get them all from the Dartmouth Town Clerk and New Bedford City Election Commission's Office for certification. I will be delivering those to the Secretary of State's office for their submission, and then that's it. We are all in on this campaign to be the representative to carry us into the next year for the 9th Bristol District. So the reception has been very positive. I did not expect to get this many signatures as quickly as we have. We're very fortunate in only needing 150. I know some candidates, depending on how they're running or where they're running, they need 500, 1,000, 1,500. We are fortunate, but we're already there. So come September 1st, Ed Pacheco's name will be on the ballot. And with your support, I will be your nominee to go into the November election to represent against whoever the Republican nominee is for the 9th Bristol District's state representative seat. And then, we have some stuff coming up in the community this week that you probably should know about. They have the Hawthorne 40B project hearing on Monday night at Town Hall. You may want to check that out if you have any interest in what's going on with the 40B situation in town. You should absolutely have some interest about the 40B project that's happening in town, because there's several of them, and it will change the landscape of our community. This one in particular is aimed for the old Hawthorne Country Club on Tucker Road. There's some significant questions, I think, around this project that I think many people have already aired. In particular, the amount of water usage that the project is going to need, not only once completion of the project is done, but also during the completion of or while they're building the project, how much water they're going to need in order to be able to control dust, and what they're going to do for their landscaping. And afterwards, are there going to be sprinkler systems? Anyone that's opened their water bill knows that the cost of water in this town has already gotten pretty pricey because of the situation that we've been in with having to purchase water and having 6 wells offline for a good amount of time, which I believe I heard that the DPW believes they may have 3 of those wells back up and running by early or mid-summer, which is great news. So maybe that means we might be able to buy less water. I'm not sure, but we still have some other issues coming down the pipe with our wastewater treatment program that's going to need some financial attention and a renovation or a replacement. So that, to circle back, is the Hawthorne 40B program project hearing. That's Monday evening. And that's about it. It's been a very, very busy couple of weeks. We're taking opportunities everywhere we can to meet with constituents in or around Dartmouth and Ward 1 in New Bedford. Next Tuesday, I will be at the Pulaski School, as I've been invited, as I believe the other candidates have as well, to attend the Ward 1 community meeting that's hosted by their city councilor up at the Pulaski School. And I will be there to share my thoughts on topics and chat with people so that they have an idea of who I am and what we represent. But that's it for me. We're going to keep it short again today. I appreciate you watching. And as always, check out our website, pachecoforthepeople.com, if you have any questions or comments or concerns. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. And remember, Pacheco for the people. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.